What's the deal? What's going on? Refresh some of this stuff here. Fire up right there. Fire up on X. Post that. I think we're cooking with grease now, fam. Straight up. Cool. Weird day today, but I'm still here. It's going to be a weird day for sure. It's going to be a weird day. It's going to be a weird day today. We'll talk about it though. We will. We will talk about it. Get this shit out. What up, Pat? Boy, did McCollum sell or did he not? Goodness gracious, that boy sold. Might have to go back to the well today. That's something we're gonna get to, uh, for sure. A lot of potential ins and outs here. What's up, Matt? What's going on? What's the deal? Um, let's take a look here and let's take a hit here. Make sure I'm looking good over here. Actually, I'll just go ahead and pin that up. Let's do that. Um, Bang, pin that. Get back over here to injury news and things like that. Like we already know, just like Steve Kerr said, Warriors veterans uncertain to play on Thursday. Kawhi Leonard injury management ruled out for Thursday. Today is going to be one of those days, man. Last day, and I would probably say tread lightly or whatever the case may be. Or if you like me, we got to figure out how we gonna attack some of these bench players that we think that's gonna be in the game. You know what I'm saying? So, that's another way we can look at it. She said, I'm fading him. If he hits, then he hits. I did get Clay 5 threes. Nice. Big Bank, what's the deal, Big Bank? What's going on? Like I said, definitely a lot of injury news today and a lot of situations where people are not going to be playing and stuff like that. So, this is the fun part of things, man. I ain't gonna lie. You got to make it. If you're gonna bet on it, you know what I'm saying. You gotta look at the fun side of it, right? So, um, like, whatever, right? Sacramento Kings, New Orleans Pelicans, right? Um, 235 over under in here. We got Golden State Warriors and the Houston Rockets. Then we got Oklahoma City Thunder, Minnesota Timberwolves. We have Miami Heat, Dallas Mavericks, uh, Los Angeles Clippers, Utah Jazz, right? So just take it. Let's do a skim through it, some shit like that. We know Zion, right? Yeah, definitely. We're looking at value, man. So look, we know Zion. We know Zion's probably not going to play. Okay. So on a back to back. So we know we can X Zion off the list. in some shape, form, or fashion. Don't know about Sacramento if any of these guys going to be out. Hey, we might end up getting a Sabonis out on some, getting ready to get, hey, getting ready to get ready for Valentine's Day tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? All-Star weekend, Valentine's Day. So, this is what the day, what type of day we're gonna deal with today, right? So, I mean, it just is what it is. So, for people who knew, you got to. I got a message. What was that? Mm, Matter of fact, I won't check that here. I'll check that somewhere else because it's probably some bullshit. Somebody probably the scammers. Don't nobody message me. Let me check their messages private. Oh, okay. I thought that was somebody else. All right. So, uh, right. So, hmm. Let's start with the first game. First and foremost, we already know that this team can be vulnerable. Okay, in the 3-point area when it comes to both teams, actually. Um, let me go over here to hmm Alvarado. I want to see what he did yesterday because I think I might have missed out on some money with Alvarado yesterday. Let's take a look at this game. Alvarado, because this is a rematch. He had 18 points, 7 for 15. He's the culprit, right? He shot 9 threes yesterday. He's the culprit. He's the one who hit his threes, right? Wasn't Hawkins, right? It wasn't Trey Murphy, right? He went 1 for 6. It wasn't CJ McCollum. It was Jose Alvarado yesterday, right? Now, what I do like here, I still like Misi, right? Some shape, form, or fashion. I still got interest in Misi here. His rebounds at 8.5 at 113. But if you want to prize or if you want to pause on that, I couldn't talk you off of it. His rebounds. I mean, he had 9 rebounds, so he actually cashed it. He cashed it yesterday, or whatever the case may be, right? So it is what it is with that. The value is bound for 20 tonight. Yeah, that was easy money right there. That's easy money, right? We know that, Javon, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just to give it a quick, if you guys want to plug something, for sure. Like I said, without Zion, I think we got value there. And then, like I said, you could probably look at points plus rebounds for Misi if you want, or rebounds, whatever case may be. I like this rebounds, whatever. Golden State Warriors, we won't get lines for these guys because the vets or whatever probably going to sit. So if you can find some lines for guys like Podziemski, whatever case may be, and then on the Rockets side, you got everybody else. I expect. Look. We're gonna expect probably Draymond, probably maybe Butler, and Curry to probably sit. So you mentally focused on the back end. We mentally focused on the back end, right? Then the Houston Rockets will 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 Sengun go, right? Other than that, we know what's going on here, right? Looking at the Houston side, Fred Van Vliet out, Easton out, Smith Jr., Adams out. We can look at Whitmore, Landau if there's no Thompson. I expect. I mean, I'm probably Thompson is probably going to go. You know what I'm saying? Green, see what's up with Green. His birthday was the other day. So all types of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this is new. This slate is predicated off of news. So you got to try to figure out what you want to do. In the event, and you got to do it fast, right? Oklahoma City Thunder, Minnesota Timberwolves. Everybody's on a back-to-back, right? We know this. Things here. I expect Conley to go. He's questionable. Um, but something weird can happen here, right? Something weird can happen here. OKC. Um, Chet Holman should go today, right? And the lines here in this situation here, the lines here are they've probably been moving all night long too. Right now we got Oklahoma City Thunder -8, right? Hmm. I don't know what to say about that line, but I still don't think Minnesota can beat these boys. So that 8 should have some value on it. Oklahoma City Thunder is just really, really good, right? Well, and you can definitely find some value on 11 or something like that. So who knows, right? Um, so, but from this game, I don't know who's going to be in and out, whatever the case may be with that. I don't know, and then I just don't know. I don't, right? And the last game here would be the no. Well, we know the Miami Heat game. Definitely, these guys are definitely small, right? These guys are definitely small in Dallas. And then at the end of the day, you might get a Kyrie Irving out, right? So you need to know what you're gonna do in the event of such and such. You need to make that up, right? In the event Kyrie Irving is out, then we know we're looking at a Dinwiddie, possibly his Dinwiddie's assists and stuff like that, right? Points and stuff like that, because he's been known to, drop dimes in certain spots. You got 9 here, 7 assists here, 7 assists versus Philly, so we know he's capable of doing that. But this team is pretty small too, so it could be a fade or whatever, Prosper, and you got guys like Najee Marshall and things like that. So these guys here are the guys you'll be looking at and trying to find value from some of these guys in the event of anybody, being out here, like Kyrie Irving, right? So, I mean, Max Christie, da 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 da. So we already know what we're looking at there. On the Miami side, I don't know if anybody's going to be out here. I mean, for some reason, it might have been a bug or something like that, but Rozier and Robinson missed the game. But going small versus a team like Dallas could probably hurt some size situations. Like, I mean, what do they do? Do they still go small? I mean, I don't even know how they even come out, or do they stay big, like with the wear and the Adebayo thing or whatever the case may be? Do they blow them out? Is there blowout concern? So it's a lot that you want to take into consideration here when you're betting when you betting, right? So it's gonna be a lot of value. It's gonna be a lot of value around, but we gonna have to just this is gonna be a weird slate for a lot of reasons. Kawhi Leonard is already out. Ben Simmons questionable, and Dunn's questionable. And then, do you play? Does Harden play, or does Zubac play, or does Powell play? Right. So, in the event they do, I like Harden's assists here. I like Powell's points here. In the event these guys play, Zubac, pretty decent rebounder. We already know that. So these teams just played not too long ago. Harden did end up mustering up what he have 17 assists that game in a 130 to 110, and then a few other guys they balled out as well. When you look at Collins, Collins couldn't get those 2 more rebounds for me, but I did cash in on his 8 but it was juiced up by the time I took his 8 rebounds at a -140. But I end up, I think it's a -145, but I end up putting a parlay at 7. But I got it at a solid 8 on Prize Picks. He didn't cash it; he just pushed it, right? But he put up 21 points there. I still like the spot for him in a spot like this here. Kessler, they just met. Um, Kessler didn't play, right? That's what it was. Kessler didn't play that game, so it'll be interesting to see him go up against Markkinen and then um, Collier, right? Collier just continues the ball, right? They left him in long enough to try to get that double-double, but he did catch his assist. And then versus the Clippers, he cashed his assist there as well. Slow, mucky up game, but ended up getting there, right? So we'll see who's going to be in or out, right? A lot of people, a lot of coaches probably going to be kind of like semi superstitious about taking playing their guys on the last game of the before the All Star break and stuff like that. Just want to get through the All Star break healthy and things of that nature. And there's going to be some coaches that's going to say it's going to say let's ball, right? It's going to be some players that's going to say let's ball. So we're going to see. We're going to see, right? So, at the end of the day, anybody could be out here, right? Anybody could be out there. We're getting ready to talk about because everybody is on a back to back, right? So, oh, excuse me, right? Man, in the event of things happening, we could look at things like that. So, back to where I was, what was I looking at? The Sacramento Kings game here? What you see, like I said, what you see is what you get, man. Let me take a look at some of these lines here. I still don't mind the 2.5 threes for CJ here. If you want to look at some things here, let's say. So yeah, but Alvarado. So he took 15 shots yesterday. That was interesting. And what was the score of that game again? Let me see. It was 119 to 111. Monk had 4 assists. I took his assist. He sold. Hmm. Alvarado, huh? Okay. And Zion balled out, right? Zion had 33 on 13 for 18. 9 and 7. Almost had himself a triple double. Hmm. How many assists did Alvarado have? 9 assists. Right now his line is at 6.5. Hmm. How many potentials did he have? They're not out yet. That's interesting. Okay. Zion without let's see, Zion. Me either, bro. Me either. He might go out there and do it again. Maybe something like a fantasy score or something like that. Let's take a look. Fantasy scores. Maybe I should just take looks. Maybe I shouldn't even. You know what? I don't even. I ain't gonna say I don't want to research this shit, but maybe we could just go and look at some lines. So just look at some lines, man. We going into the All Star break. We can look at some lines, do a little comparison or whatever case may be, right? And since I hit the fantasy score, let's just start off with the fantasy score, right? Might play more pick'em sites or something today. Who knows, right? So let's see. I mean, you got CJ McCollum here. This fantasy score looks interesting at 32. Looks interesting. His peripherals, though, how his peripherals probably been down a little bit, but with no Zion, let's see. Without Zion, I mean, he's got the potential to hit this in points, right? The peripherals is what's really gonna let's how about versus Sacramento without Zion. He's played one game versus Sacramento without Zion, and he has 6 threes this year, um, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. I don't have steals and things in there. I could add steals and stuff like that, but let me see. 32 fantasy score though, I think that's warranted. I couldn't talk you off of that. Just having them go out there just doing a lot of stuff. Just at least going out there trying to score. What's his regular points prop? and just saying, forget the threes, just scoring. 22.5. I think I probably would like that over everything. I mean, if CJ, without Zion, if CJ don't go out there and score 22.5 points, I mean, I think this is a spot for him to do so. So the point should be something that I should be looking at in general, right? Just in general, he's averaging last 10 games without Zion since dating back to December 30th. He's averaging 28 points in general, right? Taking a look at, and that's probably where I should take a look at it. Sacramento, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, giving up the sixth most points on the season versus shooting guards. So, maybe I'll just put that over there and just leave it there, right? Just, yeah, I'll put that over there. And the usage should be there as well. Um versus this team, let's see. So they got shooting guards averaging. So on the eighth, he gave them 31. They got shooting guards averaging 14.1 points on 24.8 minutes, right? I would I can't go off that. He's averaging how about this season? Just put it this season. Without Zion, he's averaging um let's go without Zion. Let's just go without Zion. He's averaged this season. He's averaging 24 points, and he's averaging 19 field goals. Well, they have, um, and he's averaging 33 minutes. They have the average set at how about this season versus shooting guards? They have the average set at this season. They have the the point guards has hit this number 14 of their last 54 games at a 25% clip. They hitting this number. Um, they have this. He's up. CJ is averaging 19 field goal attempts, and they have the field goal attempts set at 12 on average. He's averaging 33 minutes. They have 30 29.7, 30 minutes, right? So I could be generous and say, hey, well, I'll leave this since they got an average minutes at 29. How about I just go in and bump up the field goal attempts? Because that's a very big discrepancy between he's averaging 19 shots and then 12.8 field goal attempts right here. So how about I just bump it up, this field goal attempts up a little bit more to about, since he's averaging 19 on the season, how about I just apply let's be generous and say 17 shot attempts at 29 minutes when he's averaging 33 minutes. Let's just do that. All right. Now, shooting guards at playing you know what? Shooting guards taking 17 shot attempts or more are averaging 38. So let me be a little bit more precise here. Because that was green, right? I want to just check out. I want to try these to precise numbers. So let's say field goal attempts between 17, between 15, between 16 and 20. I want to see that between 16 and 20. Okay. So CJ ended up having 19 shot attempts versus this team, and he gave them 30. I mean, whatever, right? 19. Then he had 17 shot attempts yesterday, and he only scored 14, right? So, you know what, though? Let me see something. Ellis was balling, wasn't he? I know I seen that. So Keon Ellis was balling yesterday, and I knew I seen that, right? I knew it wasn't Fugazi. I know I seen that, right? He's got 13 to 27 points versus this team. So that's somebody we need to keep an eye out on, right? Ellis. And his lines aren't out right now on FanDuel, but we're gonna find this line somewhere. And that's something that I forgot all about. So let me see something. Let me rewind it back here. Um Portland to New Orleans. Shooting guard points. Okay. All right. So I would imagine, looking at his lines here, the last two times he played them, well, he had 27 yesterday. He went 7-11 for three. That was an outlier spot for him, but he did go 3 of 5 from three on the eighth when he played them, and he had 13 points. His points is not coming out at no 9.5. I would say 6.5, 7.5, or something like that. So you can make a mental note of that he might hit his points prop in a situation like this. But rewinding back to where we were, um, Ellis is a pretty good defender. Yes, he did go off. Ellis is a pretty good defender. I don't know if they put Ellis on C.J. McCollum yesterday. Probably put Monk on somebody like I don't even know what the starting lineup is. Truth be told, man. But I don't know. He could have just CJ could have just been off. Long story short, I like the number here. 22 and a half. I don't see his I don't think it's a spot like where he just can't get there, right? So when he did give them that 30, when he gave him that 31 points, he took 19 shots. Now granted, he did have hit 5, 6 threes. And it's like I guess when you think he's gonna hit those threes, maybe you could, maybe you could, maybe you could ladder his points, right? If you think he's gonna get hot from beyond the arc, maybe you could take him for 25. His points prop sitting at 22 and a half. If you think he's gonna hit some threes, maybe you could take him for 25. 25 would be a plus 150. 30 you'll get at a what? A plus 380. So something because those threes can be risky as hell, right? A 2.5 three in a parlay piece might hit two. So those are some ways. Long story short, without him, without Zion, I have no choice but to like C.J. McCollum and Trey Murphy, right? Taking a look at Trey Murphy, we could look at the same old thing, right? I ain't gonna lie. We could look at the same old thing. He probably take more shots as of now. As of late, he's probably taking more shots, right? Head to head versus Sacramento this year, he's taken 13, 18, and 16 shots. He scored 21 points, 21, 20, and 19 points. What about without Zion? How many times has he played him? Probably once, right? Without Zion, right. He played them once without Zion, still gave him 21. Still gave him 21, right? So, hmm. Rematch, though, I wouldn't be surprised if, the Pelicans come out here on fire, right? Because from three, they still have Hawkins, and don't get it twisted. This guy can get hot. He ain't been getting hot, bro, but he can get hot, right? I wouldn't be surprised if he don't come out there and give you get hot tonight, right? And if there's any in the event of any one of these guys being out, you got to keep an eye out for Jordan Hawkins, right? So we definitely got to keep an eye out for him as well, right? So Jordan Hawkins can get hot. He can because when you look on paper, over the course of the season, from 3 points, right? This Sacramento team is second in giving up threes over the course of the season. I don't know about how about the last 3 weeks. Let's see. Sacramento still top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Number 10. They still in the top. They're at the bottom of the top third, right? So it is what it is. They still could give up the three, and then it's whatever, right? But Trey Murphy, you got to look at Trey Murphy, and it's gonna be Hawkins. Hawkins. How many minutes did he play yesterday? He played 14 minutes. 14 minutes. Who else played minutes like that? Alvarado. Oh, Bruce Brown. Ha ha ha. Bruce Brown played minutes. Okay. Bruce Brown played minutes. That's another guy that's in the fold. Oh my God, right. I forgot all about Bruce Brown. Shit. Whatever, right? Let's see. Trey Murphy, um, without Zion this season, he's averaging 21 points. His points prop sitting at 23. Field goal attempts, he's averaging around 16, and 3-point attempts, he's averaging around 8.5. He's expected to be at the power forward position, small forward position, and versus the small forwards, today, well, I don't even know where he would be playing. I think he probably would be playing at the four. Who knows, right? Bring him down here. Let me see. My son's birthday today, man. His jeans came. I don't know what he bought, some Serenities or some shit. I don't know what this shit is. It's Serenities or some whatever it is. Uh what if I filter small fours taking 7 threes or better? Because he gonna shoot his threes for sure. This season, uh small fours taking 7 threes or better. Uh they're over this 3.5 3 line at 8 for 15. Thanks, man. Thanks, appreciate it, my guy. He must didn't see that damn text, unless he trying to. Oh, here he come. I can hear him come downstairs right now. Come around here. Come around there. Uh. You done came through my green screen like that, sir. You know what you could. Boy, you done came trying to come through my green screen like that. Don't play with me. How many pairs of jeans you bought?
She bought two.
How much was them? $100 a piece?
Yeah.
Hmm. See my homie right here. See what it say right there.
What?
You don't see what it say?
Oh yeah.
What?
Thank
He
you.
said, let me see though, fam. Turn around. So them the jeans you like, huh? What is that? Serenity?
Yeah.
Whatever. Them fit? You like the way them fit? You can tell I'm old, sir. What's them black ones too?
Yeah.
Same size? All right then. We cooking with grease then. None of us came on your birthday. You lit. I need that 200 back though, sir. SGA, Ant-Man, Hero, and Harden. Okay. So, like I said, 8 for 15 to this number here, and this is small forward shooting 7 threes or better. Now, there's a bunch of threes in here, right? Over the course of the season here, you take a look here. Um, Truth be told, looking at the numbers for the 3 pointers, everybody's hit 3 or more except for one guy, and that was of course, right, Dylan Brooks. So I wouldn't even count him. So at least everybody, all of them had taken 7 threes or more. They've hit they've hit 3 threes or better. That's interesting, and they over 50%, including on the December 12th here. On December 12th here, wow. On December 12th here, Trey Murphy went 3 for 9. And then on February 8th, so he's been missing it on the hook. February 8th, he hit 3. And then yesterday he didn't do so good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will tell him. He just ran upstairs. Probably go try that other pair of pants. So I will tell him thanks. I swear out Curry's 4 threes, but he got there for me. Shout out to you. That's what's up. That's what's up. So I ain't gonna spend a lot of time on this. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this because why am I spending a lot of time on this, right? Truth be told here, I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, I got to look at. I ain't got to look at nothing, but I'm looking at CJ. CJ points is like, you know what I'm saying? CJ points right now. But Alvarado, if he's gonna take that many shots or whatever, I mean, at 11 and a half, with the amount of shots he took yesterday, he's probably gonna be in consideration, right? And he took 15 shots yesterday, right? Two of his last 3 games. So he's had nine assists versus Sacramento in both games here. I don't know how I didn't see that. I did not see that. I don't know how I didn't see that. So shout out to him. Mm, I don't know how I didn't see that yesterday. Plus 500 for 10 assists, 8 assists plus 195. And then his regular assist line is sitting there. What? I don't think I can do it, man. 6.5 at plus money. Mm. Let's do some scrolling, man. See, Zion, Nisi. Hmm. Head to head versus Sacramento. So he's still hitting his rebounds. I couldn't talk you off of that. I'm gonna put that over there. I'm just gonna take this joint out for a test ride. Um, Points plus rebounds. Um, that's one I would like to take a look at, right? So his points plus rebound line is sitting at 16 and a half, minus 128. I think that's something we could take a look at there. I will add that. I'm not opposed to getting there. Now let's say this, right? For if there's for some reason um Sabonis don't play, and then we get some Valanciunas, I probably wouldn't bet on Nisi, right? I would like to bet on Valanciunas, and then this would be the perfect spot because Valanciunas used to play for these guys. It would be a perfect spot to give us a heavy dose of Valanciunas, man, straight up, bro. Last night. I had a 2 leg. I don't know what I was doing, but I know I had a 2 leg. I had Klingon, which shout out to Klingon, right? I took Klingon at 16 rebounds, and I took Edie at 16 rebounds. Man, another discount at 11 and a half. Ooh, that's might have to jump on that straight up. So yeah, man. But man, I thought Edie was gonna have a better game than that last night. He sold. I took his regular rebound prop. He sold. That was crazy, man. Crazy as hell. All right, so Sabonis is in a great spot, man. A great spot here versus this team. He just murders these guys, right? Yeah. 15, 16, and 20 boards. Keegan Murray, he's rebounded the ball very well versus this team. He's hit his rebound line at 6.5 and 3 straight. And his points line is sitting at 11 and 9. If he didn't get there yesterday, probably was a tough matchup. He probably had to guard Zion, so I understand those problems. But he might not have to guard Zion today. And this points line is sitting at 11 and a half. And as you can see over the course of the season, the to power forwards here, um, to power forwards here, um, they power forwards are over this number. Let me see. Let me risk. Power fours are over this number and 72% of the time at 39 and 54. So I'll put this over there as him being in a good spot here. I'll put that over there as him being in a good spot. And The 1.5 threes is a parlay piece at they over 50% are giving this number up as well. He's hit this number 2 of his last 3 games versus them. So, I could also put that over there as him being in a good spot for that. That's a parlay piece. And I could slide over to, some of these combos and stuff like that. A lot of his lines probably not out, but points plus rebounds is something he's hit, 2 of his last 3 games, and they're giving up a 50%, a 61% hit rate to this number over the course of the season. So those are some spots that we can look at there. DeMar DeRozan, it's going to be interesting here. DeMar DeRozan, I want to check his regular lines because lately I think he's been shooting a three. If he can shoot the three ball as good as he can shoot that mid range, man, teams could be in trouble. So last 2 games he's hit 3 threes or better. That's interesting. Taking 6 threes there. Um, I would love to see him, taking the three ball. You're getting good value at plus 148 for him to go over 1.5 threes. Um, um, versus this team, I can't I can't bet it, man. But would I like to bet it? Probably so, man. The rebound prop for him over the course of the season, he's over this line 26% of the time. Head to head versus his team, he's hit his rebound line 2 of his last 3 games, and he's hit his 3 point line here 2 of his last 3 games, and his points line 2 of his last 3 games, and the line here for rebounds. Uh, Small forwards are hitting this number 72% of the time versus this team at 3.5 at a minus 113. So that's a good spot that I would add to the list there. I would just go ahead and start adding good spots in, right? Um, 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 Head to head. I mean, we if you want to get to his points, you can get to his points. Be my guest. Let me see. He's on the season. He's averaging 16 shot attempts and 21 points. And the line is 21.9 points. The line is set at 21 and a half. He's a little bit over that number by zero point 0.4. So he's hit this number 2 of his last 3 games versus this team. If you want to filter this number just to see how they fare versus these type of players on this season, he's averaging 35 minutes. Right here, they got it set at 30.6 minutes. I could play with it a little bit. Let's try the minutes one time, right? Let's go 35 minutes. Let's put 35 minutes up there. Bang bang, right? 35 minutes, and then let's see what shooting guards are doing. Small forwards are doing it in 35 minutes time span. So right now, versus this team this year, in 35 minutes, let's just go exact 35 minutes. Actually, let's go exact 30 more than. Let's go between. Let's go between 30 and 35 minutes. And let's see who's done what, right? So between 30 and 35 minutes, now between 30 and 35 minutes this season, um, shooting small forwards from a minute standpoint, they are they're averaging 14.9 points, 4.6 rebounds. So the rebounds are there. That means minutes equal opportunity where the rebounds are there. So let's say the shots are off, right? The shots are not falling, but you're still out there. That means minutes equal opportunity. That means you're still out there, right? So you still getting a chance to hit the threes, right? I mean to to get the rebounds. And he's got 10. He's 10 of his last 16 games. They've given up this point prop in to guard to small forwards that's playing 32 minutes or between 30 and 35 minutes. So just being out there, that means you can stumble into some rebounds. So that's a play that we can definitely take a look at. I don't know if I added it to the column over here. But I'll just start. Maybe I should just start doing this, like good spots, just adding in good spots and separating good spots from uh, from official plays, right? Okay, the rebounds are up there already. taking a look over here, this is a good way to look at things. Like if you're trying to find out, like you just want to just know, like just know what teams are giving up and stuff like that. Oh snap! Let's see. So rebounds and assists is a good way to attack this one. Right now, his rebounds and assists line sitting at 6.5. Um, over the course of the season, some of these lines right here, the points plus assists, he's over 50% to these numbers, right? 24 and a half points plus assists, points plus rebounds, 24 and a half. He's hitting that at a 53% clip. Rebounds and assists is very interesting. 65 and a half at 6.5. Um, just when you got a veteran out there like him that just knows how to play the game, that's a prop that you could probably look at there. And let me plug up my computer here because I got to figure out a way to make this to get this going faster, right? Without having to take up a lot of time. So and then PRA is at 50% clip. So out of the combos, he's hitting this rebounds and assists more at a higher rate than anything, right? And rebounds and assists here, they're giving up on average 6.9 to this position, and he's averaging 7.6 over the course of the season, and this is his most one he's hit, right? So it is what it is, right? Just something to look at a little bit different. So those are things, not all things, but a lot of things that rose in there. Zach LaVine, I don't know, bro. Let me see. Versus New Orleans Pelicans here. He ended up having 23 points yesterday. Okay. All right. So he's averaging 22 points versus these folks. This rebound line, he's 3 or 4 to that rebound line versus them. Uh, his assist line, he's 3 or 4 versus them. His points and assists, he's cracked that number all 4 games. His PRAs, he's hit that number all 4 games. So interesting. I don't know if I'll be able to get there, but interesting. Malik Monk. All right, I just wanted to take a look at that there, right? I just want to take a look at that there. This is the game where I pretty much feel like everybody's going to play in the Sacramento game, except for Zion. This Golden State Warriors game, this Oklahoma City Thunder game, it's what I really don't want to bet on anything in this game. Unless I'm looking for some unders in some type of way here, and Bam, I really like Bam's numbers here. Um, 17 and a half. I like Bam at or around 20. So that's something that we can look at there. Bam. Bam has been playing good a little bit. He's been playing better, man. November 24th, he hit 3 threes versus them. So this points line right here, his last 10 games. I know, right? Yeah. His last 10 games, he's been on one, right? Well, at least 8 straight. As you can see, in that time span, He's had double-digit rebounds or better in one, two, seven of his last 10 games, and he's had points. He's hit his points prop in 8 straight, right? So, um, an aggressive Bam. That's what I'm looking at, right? So let's see. Truth be told, here, let's see. Points here. Tyler Hero is 17 and a half. SGA 25 and a half. James Harden 17 and a half. Damn, they just trying to make us spend money like that, man. Damn, that's crazy. All right, CJ McCollum points. Y'all know what y'all want to do with these discounts, right? I'm quite sure y'all do. Keegan Murray was a good spot on the points. Alvarado, I couldn't talk you off his points. I don't know, right? Couldn't talk you off his points. Eve Misi, Zion, I don't think he's going today. Let's check the injury news real quick. Nothing spectacular. Nothing spectacular. Okay. I wonder. No. Let me stop. 10 points as a demon for Misi. 15 points. 15 points. Shingo. Cam Whitmore. I like Cam Whitmore's points, man. Let's take a look at something here. I'm taking Cam Whitmore's points. This is taking so long, man. Dang. You know what? I'm gonna have to go to the bench. Put props on the bench. Let's go Whitmore without Easton, Adams, and let's go Fred Van Vliet. He scored 11 versus Toronto. How about we edit this and put Fred Van Vliet back in there just to see something? He's still averaging 11.6. So they got his line set as average. Um, who they playing against again? Okay, let's go to shooting guard points. Golden State Warriors. Last 3 weeks, Golden State Warriors to shooting guard has given up. Man, what is he gonna be? He's gonna be small forward. I don't even know what position he's gonna play. Let me see. Um, Shooting guard. I would say shooting guard. Would it be shooting guard? One, two. They could probably slide Brooks over to the three. I would say shooting guard. I would say shooting guard. I would say shooting guard. What about small forward? Okay, that's the last 3 weeks though. Last 3 weeks, Golden State Warriors uh, giving up threes and giving up points and threes to the shooting guard position. What about on the season here? Golden State Warriors around the middle of the pack. In the event that we get all these guys out, I mean, well, these guys are out, man. So I mean, it's I ain't gonna say it's a no brainer, but I mean it's pretty much a no brainer. Like, let's see, the points three got these guys. They don't have Whitmore out right there. What about 21 minutes? Averaging 21 minutes. Last 3 games he's played. So recently he played 24 minutes versus Toronto, 19 minutes versus Atlanta, and 14 minutes versus Toronto in that first game. Something's off, right? Let me see. Something's off here. Easton Smith Jr. Adams. No, nothing's off. I need him to get these 28 minutes. That's what I need. I need him to get this 28 minutes. So I'm gonna like Whitmore's points. It's at 12 and a half. Ah ha ha. Jalen Green points are in play as well as Thompson's and Shingun. Mm. They give you the opportunity to. Mm. Norman Powell points at 23 and a half. I also like his threes. I like John Collins' points. Collier almost had a triple double last night. So I will go like, let's see. I've been looking at Green's assists. He's been hitting that assist prop lately. I've been watching him and been betting it. Shout out to Jimmy Butler getting them rebounds last night. Najee Marshall can drop some dimes here and there. What? 3.5 assists. Mm, mm. He's got upside on that, man. I don't know if Kyrie plays today. Man, at 3.5 assists. And knowing what Miami can, what how's Miami? Well, we know Miami can give up assists to the point guard position, giving up the second most. What about lately though? What about last 3 weeks, last 10 games? Around the middle of the pack. If you think Kyrie is out, you take this 3.5 assists from Spencer Dinwiddie, right? I think I'm gonna have to take some chances on that, like a chances ticket, just in case, man. Some of these people who I think gonna get out, I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna test it, right? Max Christie, Khalil Ware for a demon. Mm, been missing that, man. Them 2 assists for him. Hmm. James Harden, I like that. He had 17 assists versus them last time. Do we take Collier's assist just because? Again, 11.5 discount there. 3.5 for CJ. 3.5 for DeRozan. Four straight. That's one of those plays. Zach Levine, I can see him getting there. Keegan Murray, interesting at Goblin. I mean, at a demon is interesting, as well as this demon for DeRozan. It's interesting. Jimmy Butler, I could see him getting there. Amon Thompson, he's capable. Whitmore, I can't do it. Not right now. Rudy Gobert, 11 rebounds, looks interesting. Holmgren. Bam, 11 rebounds. Or points plus rebounds or what? Hmm. I know they probably took Bam points down. John Collins rebounds, points probably. I don't know about rebounds in this matchup. Walker Kessler, I would take a stab at that. I don't care. Zubac 13 should be a good matchup, man. Between him and Zubac, I have to take a look at that. I have to take a look at that. I don't even know, man. With I don't know because do I like to take people with assists versus versus OKC? Probably not. Don't. And then you got Chet back in the fold, so you could probably beat Chet. Could probably drop some extra. Didn't I just see him with 10 dimes? Could have sworn I did. So he just had 15 rebounds. He did not play that game. Uh, oh, that was what Kessler didn't play that game. I'm going to Kessler anyway. Let's go to Kessler. Wait a minute. So to this line here, he didn't get that. I don't know who that is. No, I ain't answering that shit. Let me slide something over here. Six prop. One, two, three, four, five, six. He's hit this at six prop in 6 straight games. Mm. Okay. Filter this to the last 10. What's been going on lately? Walker Kessler. It's Walker Kessler been scoring. Um, versus the Clippers. So, he's only faced them once this year. 23 minutes. What was the score to that game? 107 or 144. Right. So whatever with that. Mm. He been killing it lately though. Let's take a look at that combos. I got about 15 minutes, man. We can get out of here. 15 minutes. Let's see. Um, assist combo. 11. 11, huh? Harden Collier's at 18 and a half. Jimmy and Thompson. I don't know if Jimmy's gonna play. I don't want to get no push. Interesting, man. It's interesting. I'm not going there, but it's interesting. It is. I'm scared. Rebounds combo. Rudy Gobert, Hardenstein, 21 and a half. Sabonis and Zion, 21 and Marketing and Zubac 18.5. Hmm. What about field goals? No, yeah. How about field goals attempted? 15. CJ, this is an interesting one for CJ here. 12.5 for Sabonis. Trey, 17. Yeah, we've seen that. That 11. No, 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 no. Zubac 11.5 what? 11.5 what? Trey, that's interesting. I wouldn't put him and CJ together, but man, that's interesting. Field goal attempts for Zubac? Dang, let me see. You like that? He's been getting around that area? Hmm. If he gonna take that many shots, I'll be looking at blocks for Kessler, bro. Kessler, let's see. I don't have blocks up there. Let me add blocks in right here. Kessler would throw your shit up against that motherfucking wall. He's got 3-3-3-1-6. What about versus the Clippers? Last year he gave him 5 blocks, 1 block right here. If they can keep it close and he can stay on the floor, then okay, right? How many field goal attempts did he take that game? It's another way you can look at things, man. You can look at those field goal attempts. You can filter out a lot of stuff here, even when you're looking at it for prize picks, because some of the columns that I don't have up there, like this closing spread, the over under usage percentage, I can add that in. Free throws, I can add that in. Offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, I can add that in. Steals, I can add that in. Turnovers, 2 pointers, points in the paint, steals plus blocks, efficiency, along with plus minus. I can add all that in. You know what I'm saying? Depending on and that's what makes it, pretty decent for some of these pick'em sites when you want to look at free throws and shot attempts and stuff like that. But versus Utah, yeah, one of these games. Let's see, so they won't. That's one thing they won't let me put with the opposing team's player, right? Like games with Kessler when Kessler was playing. So, but yeah, what about his last 10 games in general? One, two, three. Out of his last 5 games, 16 attempts versus Utah, but there was no Kessler that game, so I can't remember that. Hmm. hmm. Field goal attempts, huh? Wouldn't have thought about that. Marketing, 3 straight. Remember, there's no Sexton, so he's no Sexton, and Clarkson. I don't know if he plays on a back to back. This could be good value right here. 14 field goal attempts. You already got Sexton out. Collier really don't want to shoot that much. He want to get his dimes. And yeah, this could be interesting right here. This 14 field goal attempts, as well as this 12.5 as well. For Collins, right? Playing the Lakers back to back. But he did have what? He did have what? Versus this Clippers team, he did have what? It's not up there. Mm, Collins. He hit that number because he had about 18 points versus the Clippers that game. But like I said, there was no Kessler there, so he might have gotten a bump. LA Clippers. Oh, you know what? He didn't even play that game. Last time he played them was on the 16th. I thought he played that game. Who played? Markkinen played? Markkinen didn't play. He didn't play. Collins didn't play. Markkinen didn't play. Clarkson, did Clarkson play? Yes, Clarkson played. Hmm. Clarkson played. Oh, that's that game. Clarkson hit like 4 threes in the first quarter in a row. Sexton questionable today? Hmm. Oh yeah, it's a lot of shit going on. I didn't even know Clarkson was questionable. I mean, Sexton was questionable today. Yeah. So Norman Powell, there's instances where he can get there. With no Kawhi, 17 field goal attempts. I like it. I like it for Clarkson. I mean for Powell, right? I think he can get there. Okay. Not betting that though. So let me add Bam in some shape, form, or fashion. You could take his points, 18 and a half. I know it opened up at about 17 and a half in certain places. Uh, you can get his Demon, you can get his 11 rebounds, you can get his PRAs, you can get his PRAs right here, 34 and a half. 4 assists, points plus assists, um, points plus rebounds, 40 fantasy score. I think the 40 fantasy, 14 and a half field goals attempted. I think the 40 fantasy score is viable as well. He's taken 15 shots or better in 4 of his last 5. That's another one there. I think the fantasy score is viable. I mean, at 40, it's a lot of stuff wrapped in one. And also give him a chance to go out there and get some blocks versus a smaller team. And I think there's instances where he can get there, right? He's averaging 40 and a half fantasy score. Steals, not many. Blocks, not many. But versus a small team like this, you never know. What up, yo? You was right on. So what you talking about the other day? It was all right. Sometimes where it's not much resistance, man. Sometimes it be not much resistance. That's when you got to go to him. Everything got to line up for his squares, though. Everything. But yeah, I mean, we could take his points. I'm gonna take his points on the books. I'll probably take his points. I'll probably take his fancy score here, right? Make it a little bit more. I ain't gonna say make it a little bit more fun, but I do think there's a way where he can get some rebounds and maybe some assists. Just whatever. I mean, there could be some blowout risk here too, but we ain't gonna. Let's go 3-point attempts, right? 3-point attempts. Um, 7 3-point attempts. I think I like this more than his points. Truth be told, I like this more than his points. Right? I could take his points down and take the 7 3-point attempts for C.J. McCollum, Jose Alvarado. I mean, it's a 3-point shoot league. These numbers are low, right? No Zion. I ain't gonna say no Zion yet. I don't expect Zion to play, and these numbers probably go up or probably get snatched. If you're looking at it from a standpoint that hey, Zion is not going to play, look, 7 3-point attempts for C.J. McCollum is a yes, please for me. Uh, Jose Alvarado, I couldn't talk you off of that, and then even Trey Murphy, right? He's not afraid, right? He will let it fly. Zach, he sold one of my tickets. I needed 7 the other day. That last game versus them, I needed more. No, it was this Dallas game where I needed 7 3-point attempts. He took 6. No, 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 no. He had 7 versus New Orleans Pelicans, but he didn't. I needed 8. I needed 8. It was a push. Um, Jalen Green liable to take a bunch today. He liable to take a bunch today. So versus Golden State Warriors can't talk off of that. Whitmore, I expect him to come in. So Whitmore, I couldn't talk off of that, right? I almost like this more than that 12 and a half points. That 3 points attempted, I almost like that more than that 12 and a half. Ant, sometimes he does, sometimes he don't. But right now, he's on a 4-game streak with this. I just don't know how I want to do it, right? Let's take a look. Let's test the theory, right? So let's see. Let's go to OKC game. Come on, I need you to load up for me, man. This shit gets slow and it lags me out, man. Versus OKC. Last 10 games. 3-point attempts. So his last 10 games versus OKC, he hasn't hit double digit. No, I'm sorry. This is the wrong fucking player right here. Versus OKC. So he's only played them once this year, and he took 7 3-point attempts. He's averaging 5.4 3-point attempts over his career versus them. What happened that game? OKC won that game. Mm, hmm. That was New Year's Eve. Lately, though, the attempts been there. What type of teams are you taking this teams? Houston, it doesn't even matter, right? 17 threes versus Milwaukee last game. At this point, yeah, I mean, you can't really decipher if he's going to take it to not, right? Um, hmm, 3-point attempts. Oh, look at OKC 3-point attempts allowed. But if you want to get there, go ahead. Nas Reed, 7 3-pointers attempted. 4 of his last 5 games. One of those were a push. Wiggins with the new squad. Clay. John Collins been shooting a 3 as of late. Marketing, that's what he does. He shoots the 3, so I couldn't talk off of that. James Harden, I've been rolling with his assist prop, but he's 4 or 5 to that number. These are 3-point attempts. I can see instances where he can hit this number versus this team. No Kawhi Leonard. That's in play. Right along with this. Um, Norman Powell is in play as well. No Kawhi Leonard. Hmm. Those are the ones that I look at, man. Those are the ones I look at. I look at the ones outside of the plays that they have on the books. Turnovers. Alvarado turnovers. He's hit this number in 2 of his last 3 games. You can get it for a demon. He's going to be handling the ball a lot. I couldn't talk you off of that. Turnovers are turnovers, man. Conley versus OKC. I mean, versus OKC, somebody who's handling the ball, he's probably going to be a candidate, right? That's it, man. Um, let's see. Let's just go to DeRozan, right? How about I sneak in there with that 3.5 rebounds for him? Watch you sell, right? Watch you sell. 3.5 rebounds. Watch you sell. Watch you sell. Now, CJ, let me take a look at this entry. You can get no news right now. No news. What I'm gonna end up doing here is I'm gonna take CJ points on the books, and I'm gonna take CJ threes over here. CJ 3-point attempts. Jonas Valanciunas, his 10 points is a goblet. I need to go run a check on that. Prospect speed lagging when I'm live. Mm. Brooks Damon on 2.5 assists versus the Warriors, and he's over in 2 of 3. Couldn't talk you off of that. Might be something I might have to keep in mind to add to the Demon play. Shout out to you. Shout out to Jamie Baldwin. I like Alpha Shingun no matter what if he plays. You know, I'm real tempted. I was real tempted to go to that 3.5 assists for Spencer Dinwiddie and or this 1.5 threes here. I just think that, man, mm, 3.5 assists or the 1.5 threes. I think this not good. I don't think Kyrie might not. I think he might not play today, man. Straight up, man. Go on somewhere, sit down somewhere. That's what I'm thinking. and they'll be more shorthanded than they've been. Norman Powell. I do like Norman Powell points, and I do like points for John Collins. But I see Sexton's questionable. So let me go back through the points section one more. Oh no! I didn't look at the fantasy score. Let's go back to the fantasy score section here. It's a little bit easier to make a decision over here in the fantasy score department. Like I like the CJ's fantasy score there. Um, mm, EC Jimmy Butler. I don't know if Jimmy Butler plays. Dylan Brooks. Cashed in back-to-back games versus Phoenix and Toronto. Chet. Mm, Max Christie, huh? Max Christie's been balling. He's been hitting that number, man. The menace is there. Him stumbling into a decent amount of fantasy score. 39, 35, 33, 30. Few assists. Block capable. Steal capable. What's his fantasy score? He's averaging 30. He's averaging fantasy points per game, 18.1. But he's man, given the opportunity, his shit is bumped up. What is it? 27 and a half. Phew. Khalil Ware. Small team. Most of the small team like Dallas. Man. Fantasy score could be. Oh, Tyler Hero. I did not even think about his assists. I did not think about his assists. Where's his assists at? 6.5. Damn, I didn't think about Tyler Hero's assists. I can see instances where he gets there versus this little last 10. Butler's 5.5 rebounds. I like it. I don't think he plays though. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 straight games with 6 assists, right? Or better. Let's see something here. 6 assists or better. Potential assists, last 10 games, he's averaging 14.8 potential assists. And defense, they're giving up to this position, they're giving up 10.4 potential assists. How about us bump them? What they giving up potential assists? How about I bump that up to he's averaging what 14.8? How about I just bump it up to 13? Right, 13. Apply. Boom. Last 10 games, guards are 8 of 10 to this number at 13 potential assists. This is an average of 17 potential assists. What about versus Dallas? Which it shouldn't even matter right now because I mean this team is depleted. How about his assists, man? Oh, or rebounds and assists too. Rebounds and assists. He's 6 to 10 to this number at 12 and a half. Mama mindset. I said I'm taking his rebounds and assists to hell. I mean his assist to hell with it. I could definitely see it, man. You know, and you gotta say to yourself, man, if you make the right read, then you make the right read, right? If shit don't plan out the way for you, it don't plan out that way. His rebounds at 5.5. Interesting. Rebounds at 5.5. Rebounds and assists is at 11.5. 11.5. Rebounds and assists. Shit. Rebounds and assists. You could also look at points too, because man, I don't know, man. A lot of people rebounds gonna be in play. Did y'all peep that last night too versus the Lakers? Cause look, I mean, not to get off topic, but I want to show y'all. This is how bad the Lakers need somebody, right? Uh, it's gonna be a lot of, and this is like a transition from this is what can happen, right? Because the Lakers need a big, right? Same thing can happen here. A lot of these ancillary, a lot of these guards and a lot of stuff can end up getting rebounds here, right? In this spot because they so small. So a lot of these guards can get some rebounds here. So let's say, for instance, let's look at this game here. Wait, let's look at this game here. This is versus the Lakers team, right? Look at the rebounds. Collier had 7. Clarkson had 9. Collins had 8. George had 7. Marketing had 5. Kessler had 8. Right? They won that game pretty comfortably. But look at the guards. The guards went out there and rebounded really good. I mean, Collier, Clarkson, Keontae George, all those three of those guys had 7 rebounds or better, right? So that's something that's versus the Lakers, though. I'm not, that's versus the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Just you could take looks at some of these smaller teams. That's why they so big on. And then Lynn came off the bench late. I want to say maybe late or whatever, but they ain't really playing them like that. So it's a lot of guards. Just think about that coming out of All Star break, stuff like that. It could be some rebounds had for some of these guards and things, and some of these spots. So let's look at hmm. When's the last time these boys played? Dallas, for instance. Let's look at Max Christie. Let's just take a look at one of these games here. Golden State Warriors. Let's see how the rebounds was distributed here. Distributed. Najee Marshall had 8 rebounds. He's forced into a rebounding role. He played 30 minutes. Edwards, he played 33 minutes. Kyrie Irving played 40, 7 boards. Max Christie played 39 minutes, 5 boards. Clay had 7 boards. Who they playing again? Heat. Mm. Bam. Andrew Wiggins, 4.5 rebounds. Jovic, 4.5. Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier can go out there and get some boards. 4.5 rebounds. And Tyler Hero, 5.5 rebounds. Clay Thompson, 3.5 boards. 3.5 boards for Clay. Mm. Versus this team, last 10 games, 3.5 rebounds. They're averaging to this position, to Clay's position, they're averaging 5.4 rebounds. So the rebounds are in play here. His rebound line is at 4. Hmm. I couldn't talk off of that. They do have Marshall numbers out, right? His rebounds at 5.5. His assists at 2.5. One thing I need to check out, I want to check out here is, and then they got Kessler Edwards. I remember you was on Bridges with them rebounds in the same situation. Yeah, man, minutes equal opportunity. Bridges, he hit that. What's the name? Didn't hit him though. The point Brunson didn't hit him, but you see, Bridges went out there, right? He went out there and got busy, right? You remember that, don't you? Yeah, for sure. Yep. And he could have got you some good plus money, but I said you could play both of them, and one of them gonna hit. I already knew that, but Bridges did go out there and get 6 or 7 boards. You are absolutely right. Uh huh. Who I'm looking for? Najee Marshall. So what I'm looking at for Najee Marshall is I want to filter him by minutes, right? And I'm guessing. Wait a minute. Last 10. So last 10, he's averaging 33 minutes. Hmm. Last 10. No, this is PJ Washington. Najee Marshall. Okay, so this is where I want to filter him at with. I want to filter him with 30 minutes, right? Because I've just, yeah, he definitely got in there for sure. Yeah. Hey, let me see. Let me see. Let me give Marshall 30 minutes and see how he performs. So in 30 minutes, okay, 32, that's fine. That's fine. He's averaging 14 points. Last 10 games, he's averaging 14 and a half points. He's averaging 5.5 rebounds. Okay, 9 rebound chances. So what do we got? What do we got here for Marshall, right? And what do we got here for Marshall? So you can go on and on with this tool, man. If you just steady finding shit, finding shit. So okay, let's say rebounds. They got Marshall. They don't have it out. Prize Picks has it out, right? Prize Picks has it out. So they got him at 11 and a half points. He would be. I'd imagine he'd be a small forward, power forward ish, right? Let's see something. I would say probably power forward ish. Points, Miami. Rebounds, Miami. I don't know. I don't know how Miami's gonna do things. That shit's out the window for me right there. That shit's out the window. How about let's just compare to these numbers, right? Some of these averages we're seeing. So 5.5 rebounds, he's averaging in 30 minutes, he's 5.5 rebounds. That's about They average 5.5. They just about on point, right? The thing where we got a discrepancy at is the points, right? In that time span, he's averaging 14 and a half points in 32 minutes. Um, in 32 minutes, and we got a points line of 11 and a half here. Rebounds and assists are sitting at 8.5, which I have some interest in because he can drop a dime or so here or there. And taking a look at some of his averages, he would be averaging in that department 8.2. He's got games where now lately, if you want to look at his last 5 games, let's see. No, well, his last 5 games, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, this is this season. How about this season? Get a different sample size here. Last 10 this season. Numbers just about the same. Okay. 15 points. 23 and a half PRAs. Do they even got a fancy score for him? Nope. 20 and a half PRAs. What about assists? Because I know he can drop some assists. He got a 10 assist game versus the Pelicans there. 4 versus the Charlotte. Let me see last 5. So last 5 is he's averaging 11 points. That's where he's at now. The rebounds are a little bit more up. Last 5 games since January 12th. Assists around 3.5 assists, but he does have an outlier game here at 10. So those numbers are kind of screwed. Points and assists, 14 and a half. PRAs, 20 and a half. You could damn near make a case for them looking at numbers and setting lines just based off of his last 5. The one that looks good for me would have to probably be the points. I want to say, if your point prop sitting at 11 and a half, and you're taking 10 shots, I think it's a possibility you can get there, right? I ain't trying to stretch nothing though. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna try to stretch nothing. But let's say already, right? Already. If you get a Kyrie out or something like that, then you automatically know, like, fuck it, man. I'm going ahead and just, I'm throwing in Najee Marshall blindly. I'm throwing in his points, right? His rebounds look good. And what's his rebound line sitting at 5.5? The points, or you can look at points plus rebounds and strip his playmaking abilities out of there, right? The points and the rebounds probably could be the one you could also look at. So I would probably look at, if I was looking at Najee Marshall, I'd probably be looking at the points, rebounds, or points plus rebounds. This amounts to about 17 and a half or 18. What is it? Whatever, right? We'll see. Points plus rebounds by 18. I think you could probably look at that, right? But to cap this one off, I'm gonna go ahead and just throw in hero assist, man. I mean, why not? Right? A solid 6 assists. It was at 6.5, I believe. Yeah, give me that, right? I'll take that. I'll take that. So James Harden, 9.5 assists. Collier, 8.5 assists. You can substitute these if you want. I really like Norman Powell as well. 3.5 rebounds for DeRozan, 7 3-point attempt. for CJ Tyler Hero 6 assists. We can throw a sawbuck on this one here and just see what it do, right? But the most important thing, we did go over the slate, and there's some spots. I'm on some looking to see, um, trying to snipe some shit quick, and I'll probably and it'll probably be like I'll be trying to snipe some shit off the on these pick'em sites, right? Because these the books about to be sharp as attack. I ain't even finna lie. The book's finna be sharp as attack for the last day. They finna try to get at our ass, right? The book's about to be sharp as attack. So I'm gonna try to, snipe some of these off these pick'em sites, okay? So, it is what it is, fam. It is what it is. Reuse these players. It will be James Harden, 9.5 assists, Bam fantasy score, um, DeRozan 3.5 rebounds, CJ McCollum 7 3 pointers attempted, 6 assists for Tyler Hero. And then there's a bunch of other players that we looked at, man. Peace out, fam. Peace out. Peace out. I'm just waiting on injury news, man. Injury news to roll in, and I'm gonna just eat off. I'm probably gonna eat off these pick'em sites today. So peace, fam. I might come back maybe another day or so and man do a, what I'm saying, just chatting or some shit, or some ways we can improve. We can improve. Maybe I'll learn how to set maybe I'll learn how to set my a certain time to go live, right? Maybe might learn how to do that. Set it to or a certain time to go live, like every single day. Maybe I'll educate myself on how to do that. That way, we already know, what time we getting ready to pop out. I know a lot of people saying around 10 or 11, stuff like that. But we'll see. Another quick glance here. Bang. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. Get at me on Twitter